Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to find the volume of a sphere, and we are going to also learn how to find the radius of the sphere whenever the volume is given. So we see over here that we have a sphere which looks like this, and basically we have only one dimension which we need to know in order to find the volume of a sphere, and that is called radius. So we know that the sphere is a circle, so as a result the volume of a sphere is going to be 4/3 pi r cube. So this is the formula for finding the volume of a sphere. Now let us do an example. Say for instance, it is given to us that the diameter of a sphere is going to be 7 centimeter, and that we need to find the volume of the sphere. Now what we are going to do, we know that in a circle the radius is the line touching the center to the circumference, and if we have to calculate the diameter, it is twice of the radius, correct? As a result, we can write radius is actually half the diameter for the circle. Now as we solve this problem over here, we know that the volume of a sphere is going to be 4/3 pi r cube. But now we see that in the formula the radius is not given, but the diameter is given. So we find the radius by dividing the diameter with 2, because radius is half the diameter for a circle. So 7/2, which gives you 3.5. As a result, we can insert this value in the formula for the volume of a sphere. As a result, we get this term. Now let us do the calculation with the help of calculator. 4 divided by 3 times shift exp, make sure you know exp gives you the value of pi, times in bracket 3.5 whole cube. This is how you give the power in the calculator, and you end up getting 179.59. So 179.59 centimeter cube. So this is how you can find the volume of a sphere. Now I'm going to show you a problem whenever the volume of a sphere is given, but instead of the radius being given. So say for instance the volume of a sphere is 45 centimeter cube, and I'm required to find the radius for the sphere. So what I'm going to do over here is that the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. So as I know that the volume is going to be 45 centimeter cube, I'm going to put the value of volume in the formula. So it will look like 4/3 pi r cube equals to 45. Now if you're very aware of algebraic equation, this is very easy. Say for instance you have 7x/9 equal to 2. So how you do the math? You do the math by treating the operations present with the numbers and the variable. So if you observe very carefully, 9 is in the form of division with x, and 7 is in the form of multiplication with x. So if something is division on this side of the equation, you can transfer that to the other side by reversing its sign. So it's gonna be 7x is equal to 2 times 9, because 9 was in the form of division, goes to the other side, becomes multiplication. So 7 is in the form of multiplication over here, it will go to the other side and become division, so the sign reverses. Similarly, 3 is in the form of division with r cube. So let us transfer the 3 first. So it's gonna be 45 times 3. Now you see over here 4 pi, this is in the form of multiplication. As a result, since it is in the form of multiplication, it goes to the other side and it will become division. So we write like this as 4 pi. Now we know we have a cube over here which we need to eliminate. So we can eliminate the cube by putting a cube root over here. Similar for each type of math that we do. Basically, whenever we have problems in which in which we have r square equals to 7, we eliminate this square by putting a root 7. If we have r6 equals to 7, then we eliminate the 6 by putting a root that has 6 over here, which means 7 1 over 6. So similarly, it's a cube, so we're going to eliminate the cube by putting a cubic root. Now let us do it in the calculator. So we have a cube root already given over here, so we're going to use shift cube root, and then we can do the operation, or we can just do the whole math first, which I prefer doing, and then we're going to divide that with 4 times shift pi, and whatever answer we will get, we store that and shift cube root our answer. So you get 2.206. 2.206. As a result, we can conclude that the radius for the sphere is going to be 2.2 centimeter. So this is how you can find the volume of a sphere and also find the radius of a sphere whenever it is missing and the volume is given. Now there is another important shape that we must know as we are discussing about the sphere, and that shape is the hemisphere. Now many people mistake this and try to memorize the formula, but I tell you it's very easy. Hemisphere is nothing but it's a half of a sphere, as you can see over here. Hemisphere is the half of a sphere. So if it is the half of a sphere, what do you expect its formula to be? Well, if you're smart enough, you really don't need to memorize the formula, because if you can use the formula for the volume of a sphere and then divide that with 2. By dividing this with 2, you are going to actually get the volume for a hemisphere. Or you can directly remember the formula by doing like this. Since its hemisphere is half of a sphere, let us divide this with 2. Then we get 4 over 3 pi r cube, and we know whenever there is a division, we put a multiplication sign and it flips. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. As a result, we end up with the formula of a hemisphere as 2 by 3 pi r cube. So the choice is yours. You can use the volume of a sphere and then divide the answer by 2 to get the volume of a hemisphere, or you can simply use this formula as the volume of a sphere. And the procedure to finding the volume of a hemisphere and the radius, even if it is missing, when volume is given, is the same. Since there is a r cube, you can very well visualize that you are gonna get the last answer with a cube root like this. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned how to find the volume of a sphere and hemisphere, including a way to figure out the radius of a sphere and hemisphere whenever the volume is provided.